What madness. The Eagles just confirmed the unexpected news that just reached the Eagles. The NFL is on fire with the Eagles. It's an unexpected turn of events that just occurred. And you know we have all the details here first, before anywhere else. Before we dive into this latest news, if you're new here, don't waste time, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. We'll bring you the latest Eagles news daily, keeping you ahead of the curve. Now let's get straight to the point. My friend, listen to me carefully, because this news is worthy of an NFL documentary. Seriously, go back in time with me, back to 2022. Do you remember? Because I remember what it was like yesterday. The Philadelphia Eagles were ready to make a splash in that draft, but no one, absolutely no one, could have imagined what was about to happen. On a night that seemed like just another ordinary round, the Eagles front office pulled a card from the manga that completely changed the game. A bold, direct move, and one that is now seen as one of the greatest masterstrokes in recent league history. That night, without fanfare, the Eagles approached the Titans with an offer. The 18th overall pick and a third-round pick in exchange for a guy named A.J. Brown. Yes, that's right. Today, one of the NFL's most lethal receivers. But back then, there were still doubts, questions, and the Titans, well, they accepted. They used the 18th pick to select a promising wide receiver, fresh out of college with star status, Treylon Burks. On paper, it seemed like a fair trade. But the NFL isn't played on paper, is it? It's played on the field. And on the field, the truth was harsh, especially for Tennessee. Because while Burks began his career surrounded by expectations, A.J. Brown arrived in Philadelphia ready to dominate. And that's exactly what he did. In 3 seasons with our jersey, he had 4,031 receiving yards, 25 touchdowns, 3 Pro Bowl appearances, and 2 second-team All-Pro honors. Not to mention that he was a key player in our Super Bowl victory. That magical moment no one has forgotten. Brown didn't just deliver. He became the beating heart of the offense. He created an instant and explosive connection with Jalen Hurts, transforming this duo into one of the most feared in the NFL. Opposing defenses are still trying to figure out how to stop them. Spoiler, they don't. And meanwhile, back in Tennessee, the reality was quite different. Treylon Burks didn't pan out. He never managed to put together a consistent streak. He battled injuries, lost ground, and even when healthy, he didn't shine. In 3 years, he played in just 21 of 51 possible games, started just 14 times, and totaled 665 yards and 1 touchdown. That's right, just a single TD in 3 seasons. Result, the Titans gave up. Burks has officially been released. The end of a frustrating cycle full of what-ifs. But it goes beyond that, my friend. The third-round pick the Titans also received ended up being used in a trade package that ended up with the Jets. Do you know what came of that? The names: Roger McCreary, Nicholas Petit-Frere, and Kyle Phillips. None of them became key players on the roster. Petit-Frere and Phillips are already out. McCreary is still there, but without much impact. He only has 3 sacks, 2 interceptions, and 15 pass breakups in 43 games. In other words, almost nothing. So what do we have here? One side, the Titans, that invested heavily and reaped almost nothing. And the other side, the Eagles, that not only nailed it, but also changed the franchise's fortunes with a single play. Because A.J. Brown isn't just statistics. He's leadership, presence, and a winning mentality. He commands respect, transforms the environment, and sets the pace on and off the field. And if you think this is history, you can stop right there. Because today's A.J. Brown is more refined than ever. In this preseason's padded workouts, he's putting on a true show. No cornerback can handle it. Perfect route after perfect route. Physical contact? He likes it. Double-checked? He got away. Ask Kaylee Ringo or rookie Quinion Mitchell. They're experiencing firsthand what it's like to cover a guy at this level. The truth is, A.J. Brown is flying, and flying low. Now let's take this energy, this dominance of A.J. Brown, and look at what's happening around him. Because the Eagles' training camp is heating up, and there are a lot of big things happening that could directly impact the season's performance. And that's exactly why you can't leave it there. Because the next story involves big names, intense competition, and a position war that's just beginning. Let's talk about the padded workout and the explosive battles that are shaping the roster. With the first officially padded practice underway, all eyes are on the details that only those who follow closely can see. And my friend, if there's one thing there's no shortage of, it's competition for positions on the Eagles roster. Starting with the cornerbacks, Quinion Mitchell, Isaiah Rodgers, and Kaylee Ringo are being tested to the core, facing none other than A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. This head-to-head matchup is where we'll see who can truly hold their own in big games. Brown, in fact, has been in MVP mode since day one, and the protectors have only increased the intensity. On the offensive line, we have a veritable wall formed by 4 Pro Bowlers, with players like Jason Kelce, Landon Dickerson, and Lane Calvin Johnson. The protection is solid, but it's in the padded practice that what truly works when real contact is made. Another standout is rookie Jihad Campbell, who has been impressing with his speed. With Milton Williams' departure, the pressure on the linebackers has increased, and Campbell is showing he can be a true powerhouse in the defensive scheme. Of course, all eyes are also on the quad bros, Saquon Barkley and A.J. Dillon. This monstrous duo promises to carry the Eagles' ground attack, and the padded practice offers Dillon his first chance to show his full strength after a year without real contact. Finally, we have Jordan Davis, who has lost weight and is dominating in the trenches with a frightening physical presence. His synergy with Jalen Carter could become the defense's unifying force against the running game. But not everything is rosy in training camp. It involves a worrying injury that could change plans at the wide receiver position. On the same day that position battles heated up, a heavy silence fell over the camp. Terrace Marshall Jr., one of the biggest surprises of training camp, suffered an apparent leg injury and had to be helped off the field. The 25-year-old wide receiver, who arrived as a free agent in April, was in direct competition for a spot in the starting lineup. With Jahan Dotson facing questions and no certainty about the team's WR3, Marshall was considered a strong candidate to surprise. A.J. Brown recently commented that Marshall was making the room uncomfortable with his performance. Since the spring, he has racked up key receptions, with precise routes and apparent chemistry with Jalen Hurts. Now, the player's future is up in the air. So far, the Eagles have not released the diagnosis of the injury, but sources close to the team point to a possible sprain or worse. The mood in camp changed immediately after the incident, and fans are now eagerly awaiting an official update. Marshall has NFL experience, having played for the Carolina Panthers and Las Vegas Raiders, and his best season was in 2022, with 490 yards and 1 touchdown. He arrived with a mission to revive his career and had been fulfilling it with flying colors, until this unfortunate setback. With Marshall's status uncertain, the competition among receivers heats up even more, and eyes turn to young talents like Joseph Ngata and Johnny Wilson, who now have an unexpected chance to shine. The trade for A.J. Brown was a steal. Practices are heating up with him destroying cornerbacks, and now Terrace Marshall's injury could change the direction of the receivers. In your opinion, do the Eagles already have the most dangerous offense in the NFL? Leave your opinion here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, but I'll be back later to update you with the latest news from the Eagles.